is safe to say that it has never been clearer why we need to abolish the system of executive presidency. The events of the last 51 days in our country should leave us in no doubt that the concentration of power in one office is a recipe for disaster. Our country's democratic institutions will only be strong if we have a meaningful distribution of power between the three branches of the presidency, the parliament and the judiciary. The executive president must go. I call upon all members of this House to vote for this motion and campaign in the country when a referendum is brought in to abolish this executive.
The mandate of the people to abolish executive presidency has been with us for quite some time. But unfortunately, through the 19th Amendment, we were able to do only part of what needed to be done. But it is not only the abolition of executive presidency. The new constitution that has been promised must be brought. That's a promise to the people. And when a new constitution is presented, a solution to the Tamil national question that has plagued this country for 7 long decades, we will have a verdict from our people, not just from people who are numerically in the minority in this country, but from the majority community itself, rejecting these tribal, communal notions and endorsing that everyone in this country is equal and they must have due place and the facility to participate as an equal citizen in this country in all its affairs.
That we should address the issue, the electoral system as well, together with the abolition of the executive presidency. Yesterday, the Prime Minister was seen to suggest that he wants a two-third majority to abolish the executive presidency and install a parliamentary system of governance, whereas his deputy leader, Sajith Premadasa, very openly said, we must contest and we must carry on this government up to next October or September, the full term of His Excellency the President, and conduct the next presidential election and then attempt to win that election. So the United National Party itself appears to be having 2 points of view. And this is a question of some confusion for some of us who are in this coalition. And we must also remember that abolishing of the executive presidency cannot be done without a referendum. The steering committee's report has been finalized and we have tabled it in Parliament and we were to debate it. And we have perhaps come to some understanding with the Tamil National Alliance that by February that we will introduce it to Parliament to attempt to see whether we can have an endorsement of that with a two-third majority in this House. Now there is an issue concerning 3 political leaders in the country. One is Maithripala Sirisena, other is Ranil Wickremesinghe, another is the Honourable Mahinda Rajapaksa. The 3 political leaders are looking at their political future. So this constitution, the abolition of the executive presidency or reintroducing the Westminster system cannot be designed for the whim and fancy of these 3 individuals. I see the former president, I hope he will not become the former member of parliament. I mentioned this morning, there is a serious issue about, let alone being the opposition leader, whether he is a member of parliament has to be decided by a select committee of this house, ultimately. If some of you have pushed him into a serious political debacle, man who was riding the high wave of popularity has compromised his popularity unnecessarily. I hope he will see some saner counsel soon and be resigned to his fate as an opposition leader in the coming years to come.
They're trying to bring a parliamentary system which is the most unrefined system in the world. If the executive presidency is oppressive, the United States of America should be most affected by this system, but they don't even murmur about it. The issue with this country is the way how they have executed the system. If not for that, the executive presidency has no issues, and this country needs it. What should be done is to amend the Constitution of 1978 and reform the executive presidency.